Oh man. Well, I missed the first round. Alright. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. See how long we can hold up this time. That's the thing about streaming on Twitch. Even if the game goes down, I'm still online. Well, still streaming. I think I'm gonna watch that Lantern show again today if I have nothing else to watch. Let me see if they're talking about anything on the Discord. Yeah, people are saying that they keep getting disconnected. Alright. Step back over to Luzia's side. That is not it. Excuse me. Oh, but they're our own now. Okay. I'm hitting everything but this boss. What? Okay, there we go. Thank you.
It was a difficult battle, but I never lost hope.
The battle could have been disastrous without your aid. The Grey may attack again in the future.
Uh-oh. Phone call.
Us once more if they do.
Yo.
Terminal 1 is secure. Good work. Another engineer arrived. Keep them safe. Nice work out there today. That should be the end of it, but you never know. They might try this again sometime. Give us a hand if they do, okay?
Solo time. My bad, my bad. Had a phone call come in. Fam bam. Alright, solo time. Let's go. Yeah, did you get online yet? Because normally I think PC will get fixed resolved faster than anything, but ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, turn this mic back on.
The trench took those eggs in here. It's heavily shielded. My
Okay,
X-ray
nice.
is useless.
It's interfering with my ring, too. Life readings are sporadic. All of them. Even Hope's.
No time to waste then. Let's hustle. Oh, look, a wall. Let's do it.
Oh, I was also talking about we haven't had a new trinket pet in a while. It's time for a T4 pet.
Army of trench. Less. on, we'll see.
Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm missing something. Oh, right.
Right. Let's deal with the wall now. Mutate the trend.
This area's flooded.
Go and burn this on Beggar because it's
My
gonna be
ring's picking
useless.
up active power in that console.
Bet you a big-bellied burger we can drain that flooded corridor with it. Water's draining.
Oh,
What?
it's hard being broke.
I got nothing.
We on
We got this.
the Skeletons Crew of Devs right now.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hey, I just heard Hooper.
Calculation completed.
She's in trouble. Whoa. I had It's creeped up. Let's go.
My bad. Yeah, I'm trying to hurt my feelings in here. I want to make us save them all. Well, I think it. Well, I guess you could say that, but yeah, I think it would just be replacing the sidekick because I know nobody. I mean, I haven't seen the sidekick in so long. Besides the time I used it for a little bit.
Secure the active console larger.
I haven't actually even messed with it because I haven't even leveled it up. Besides the level 1, but because what's that? I only have one move. Yeah, I only have Zorb Heat.
Damn this interference.
My inventory again. Oh, that's right. I didn't salvage anything.
Hang in there.
And okay, hold up. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Oh, it's full. I gotta delete something. Sodas. These can go. And then. Oh, it wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. Someone's in their mom's basement mad at DC.
I'm not gonna play this game anymore, but I'm gonna attack their servers to show them. Like, I'm mad.
Okay, it's okay, buddy. Okay. That's enough space for now. Delete.
Who are these people?
Oh, yes indeed it is. I've got plenty of dad stories. Dad stories that won't get me canceled. not anymore. I actually tried to call him the other day, but he hasn't been picking up. I just had a call with my sister a couple minutes ago, and she said the same thing. Uh-oh, don't do that. Because if it goes off the line again, I'm going to go eat breakfast.
More about Crib's plans.
Oh yeah, anything I post with my dad, that stuff he says right out of his mouth. Every time. Like, I have a whole list, because, like, you know, I've been doing it for a little bit. Every time we're FaceTiming, I'll pull out my pen and pad and I'll just jot stuff down. Because it's like, I've been hearing that stuff since I was a kid. It was, first one was, in my house is either cook or fight. The 5 reasons. He has a lot of sayings. He's like, I'm a rich woman's lover and a poor woman's dream. I make the lady scream and the punk's dream. 44 inches across my chest. I forgot how that one goes, but he's got a lot of those sayings. I was like, okay. And then he was like, oh, I have one more reel. Oh, no, one short I made like a week ago that I just posted on Facebook because I want him to see it. But I was like, I don't know if I can post that one on YouTube. But who knows? We'll try it. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, he's a wild boy. He's a wild boy. Cause we having a good time. He'll come over to visit. He'll be talking to my mom, and then you give him a little attention. He'll get worked up, and they'll just say something out of pocket. And next thing you know, he's getting kicked out. See you later, Daddy. That was my sister when she was like 5. When he got kicked out back then. The 5 reasons, he just put up his 5 fingers, and then he said, "I give you the 5 reasons." Then he make a fist. He used to tell me stories about my granddad. He's like, they used to work together when he was like 18 or something at like a restaurant or something, or a diner back in the day. And he said some guy had parked the car in the alley or whatever, and my dad was out there taking the trash out, and he was telling the guy, you know, you got to move the car. And then he went and told his dad, and then he went out there himself to tell him. And my dad says, when my grandpa took his glasses off, all negotiations were over. my granddad was known for putting hands on people. He's like, once he takes those glasses off, all negotiations are over. It is go time. I mean, to be honest, from what I've heard of my great grandpa, he wasn't much different. Because like there was a story when my grandpa was younger. This is back in like the 1940s ish, around that time. He's a little kid, and then he asked some guy that they knew, like a neighbor or something, for some nickel or something like that. You know, that actually was something decent back in the day, right? Hey, and then he told him no or whatever. So he came home and he told my great grandfather, hey, such and such was holding grandma's hand or mom's hand. So my great grandfather went up to that guy, confronted him, and beat the hell out of him, right? And so Grandpa comes back as a kid. He's like, Mister, next time I ask you for a nickel, you better have it. I was like, what? he was a menace. A menace. But eventually, my great-grandfather only made to like 40 something. He got boarded up inside of a house and they burned the house down. So his waves finally caught up to him. Oh yeah. Old Lucas. Oh yeah. They locked him in there and burned his house down while he was sleeping. Yeah. That unplanned dark turn, but yeah, that's what happened to Great Grandpa. All right, we're on to the alerts. Oh man, my family stories are just, I mean, there's way crazier out there, but they can get pretty crazy. Like my granddad did not play. So when they were working together at the restaurant, I guess the owner was gonna pay because it's regular to me. The owner was gonna pay my dad a certain amount, and my granddad told him, no, you don't have to pay him that. That's way too much for him, right? Because my dad's like 18. He's like, what? Dude's going to hook me up and you're going to tell him I don't need that much? So they got into it a little bit. And like I said, Granddad took his glasses off. And you can imagine where it went from there. So they used to be in cook uniforms. So all white. Yeah, my dad caught a nice overhand right to the face. And his cook whites were no longer white. So, of course, him and my granddad fell out when he was for a while. I think he said he didn't talk to him for like maybe 2 years. He went to go stay with my grandmother, I want to say, or great grandmother. Yeah, I'm telling you, granddad didn't play. You better watch out. But my great aunt, she didn't play either. Because it was a story about they got into it, and he got mad. He might have popped her, and my great aunt, she was tiny. She was only like 5'1" on a good day, but she went in that kitchen. She grabbed 2 butcher knives, and she was chasing them around the table. My great grandmother was crying, saying, "Get her, get her!" It's wild times, wild times. I just sit back and relax and try to stay out of trouble. My family's done enough. My family has done enough. It's like, what do you mean? Dude, what's going on with these alerts? Well, a lot of people getting DC probably, huh? What else will you can do while we wait? Oh, let's try to get some of these bounties knocked out. Let's go see if Black Mana's getting fought. Oh, hey, yeah. That was like the mildest of my granddad's stories. The other one, I'm not putting anybody's cases online, but he's gone though. But yeah, he went all the way, almost all the way, crash out. Hello, where's everybody at? Full. Alright, I'm done with Ocean Master, right? Yeah. But I will give a helping hand. A player. Well, I normally use my pet build on bosses anyway if I'm not trolling it. I mean, even with those, like, you can still get it done, but it's gonna take a while. My pets can kill anything. It just depends on how long it's gonna take. That's the only thing. Let's go see Black Manta. I need that feat. See, people who have been playing it there. I put some skill points in health. There you go. 3. Well, the thing about that is, I cannot confirm or deny. I have to say I had my moments in the past. I had my moments. Like I said, I didn't start a lot of fights, but I finished a few. There we go. Haha. Oh. That's right. Come on, people, queue up. Oh, my mom wasn't much better herself in her younger years. My mom was known for putting hands on young ladies back in the day, also, and that, especially my older sister, she was going good for that too. It's because, like, the funny thing is, out of my parents, my mom was more the athlete, and than my dad was. My mom did everything. Oh yeah, definitely, 100% cook, 100%. My mom did everything: track and field, softball. I used to go to her games. She bowled, you name it. Because I grew up in the house. There was my mom's trophies and my older brother's trophies. No, I'm like totally zen. And the thing was for me, like I was heading that direction when I was younger, but I was having a fight and like I blacked out. Like the only thing I remember was we were arguing, we pushed each other. I think I kneed him in the stomach, and then the next thing I know, I come to on the ground and we're rolling around. He's bleeding, and I don't remember what happened between that. So I was kind of scared. So like, yo, I could have killed this guy. So I was like, we need to calm down. And I may have occasionally, accidentally choked somebody unconscious on accident. But other than that, not too much. Not too much. Broke somebody's ribs. Gave somebody a concussion. That's it. Max. That's it. Accidentally assisted somebody down some stairs. But other than that, it was only a couple stairs. It wasn't that bad. But other than that, I'm very, very chill. Very laid back. Well, for me, I think.
You know the drill. Find the way through.
Oh, my dad had a scared straight moment. remember he was telling me the story with his, I think it was his ex-wife. They were arguing or something like that, and you know he's hooping and hollering. 'Cause my dad's a pretty decent sized guy. He's like 6'1", probably like 2 something back in the day. And he's hooping and hollering. He said, once I was looking down the barrel of that revolver, I was like, you know what, this relationship is over. Because his ex-wife was from the South, and they didn't play no game.
Security alert. Security alert.
Let him have it.
Well, I was going to try to, because I think of all these stories, how I could do it, because I know the restrictions on some of the stuff. Because I was going to do a short of a story of my dad and my my stepmom's ex-husband. Funny story. But I'll see if I can do that first. I always strive to learn from other people's mistakes and try to do better. That's my biggest thing. Oh yeah. Crash out? I'm telling you, I'm a laid back guy. I don't like to crash out. Because if I'm going to crash out, I'm going to go all the way. Only time I probably was like close, I was at work and I was assisting one of my clerks, and we had this like really nasty driver come in, and he was cussing around on the phone. I'm like, sir, trying to be professional. You don't need to conduct yourself like that. This, that, and other. And he was talking big cowboy shit, real cowboy shit. And so I was like, you know what? Okay, whatever. And then next thing you know, I walked all the way outside the building, all the way to his truck, knocked on his door, which of course he didn't open his door, but that also could be dangerous because a lot of drivers carry firearms. But another time, same situation. Guy was in the office acting irate, and he's like, "You want to go outside?" Before I knew it, I started walking outside. But he changed his mind. His buddy tried to calm him down because he was not gonna have a good time. Oh no! Oh yeah! There's some people, other people who don't care about them not caring either. We'll use that expeditiously. I was like, certain situations, my younger cousin went to help out one of his friends who was having problems with her boyfriend. They were just outside in the car waiting to pick her up. The guy came outside and started, like, the guy over here hole punching. He got her, my cousin, and his friend that was sitting in the car. Gone. And my cousin, I think he had 2 daughters at the time.
Another time, Super. Please, help me find
Oh yeah. Me? I'll tell you. I don't know. I don't say it. I don't really fight too often. It's not really my thing. I teach lessons. Like for me, growing up as a kid, it was more so I constantly was at a new school, so I had to teach a few lessons throughout there. But let's say the first time I got suspended for school from fighting, my dad laughed it off. He said, "Okay, Tyson." The second time was still kind of funny, okay. But then the third time when I got suspended off the bus and he had to take me to school, then we had to have a heart-to-heart talk. Because I almost got, I think it was like 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, got suspended every year in a row. And then 9th grade, I was about to get in a fight with well, it wasn't really the guy, but he wanted his little brother to fight me. And I was like, nah, I can't get suspended again. So, outside of school, that's different. That's a different thing. Because I think when I joined the army, shoot, I fought the same guy in basic twice in a day. Because we were marching or whatever, and he kept tapping me. He said, hey, sound off, whatever, right? So probably under 10. I don't fight all the time. There's no reason to fight. No reason. Because people who try to fight all the time either have something to prove or are really insecure. Now, if you're defending yourself, that's different. But if you're going to look for stuff, nah. I think under 10 should be. And then like when my dad, like once I got to a certain size, oh yeah, people fight in the army all the time. That's how we work stuff out sometimes. But especially in the neighborhood when I was a teenager, because I had a big growth spurt. I wasn't really a small kid, but once I was about almost 6 foot. He's like, look, these guys aren't gonna want to fight you no more. They're gonna pull out those hole punches. So you gotta stop fighting. That's when I was probably about 15, 16. Because what happened was I got jumped when I was walking my niece home from school, and then after that, you're really ready, looking for action, try to get some payback, but. Oh. Yeah, because like a lot of times, like what they say in the army is like, if you can make it through your career without at least getting written up one time for something, did you really even serve? I was like, I mean, sometimes it's not in certain people, but oh yeah, it don't take much. Like for me, a lot of times when I was younger, you could say something to me, especially if you say something about my mom when I was a kid, it was on my popcorn. I'm fighting. But as I got older, we'll go back and forth. I'll get irritated, but my trigger is put your hands on me, and I tell you not to touch me. After that, like my granddaddy said, all negotiations are over. We fight. And I'm gonna make sure you're not pretty no more. It's like you win some, you lose some, but I guarantee you, you're not coming home the same. Yeah, there's a couple fights I had to get calmed down for in the army, but that stuff, like it all depends on who you fight and where you fight. Because like a lot of times, like if you're overseas, you might get a little thing here and there, and they'll about 9 years, and they'll depending let it slide. But if you're fighting somebody of a higher rank or something like that, you're in trouble. Because like here's the story. When I was in Iraq. Or they say Iraq. Two of the NCOs were roommates, and when I say this is a story of David and Goliath, so Sergeant Wright was this big, muscle-bound. He's probably about, what was it, like 6'1", about 230, 240, just muscle, right? And then Sergeant Parchment had to be at least 5'5", 5'6" on a good day, right? And I don't know what they got into it about, but they were arguing and cussing, and he was cussing out the storm, cussing at Sergeant Wright. And then my old roommate later on, Sergeant Gabriel, was this Samoan guy. Like he's tall, but he's like the smallest, thinnest Samoan guy I've ever seen, right? So the look on his face was priceless. So basically what happened, they got into it. And I don't know why he tried it, but the little guy, Sergeant Parchment, tried to wrestle Sergeant Wright. And I was like, what? And then he basically picked him up and was slamming him around the room, kind of like if you ever seen those old Flintstone cartoons, like Bam Bam. And we got off a shift. First thing that happened when we walked through the door, you see Sergeant Parchment basically limping down the hallway with like a crutch. I was like, what happened? But hey, he didn't back down. But he didn't win either. But you know, sometimes you just gotta work some stuff out. All right, let me see where this is at. Deeds, feats, story arc, 500. So we're at 315. Definitely. I say the military is a good experience if you let it be. A lot more discipline, especially because, like, man, I was on the urge of being a crash out. But okay, it works. Patience. Like, one thing, if you're impatient in the military, you're gonna have problems because there's a lot of hurry up and wait, as we call it. Get there early so you can wait, so you're not late. It allows you to learn how to adapt to a lot of different types of people, deal with stress. It doesn't take for everybody, but that's what it did for me. So I had a friend when I was in basic. He was a cool dude, he was a Hispanic guy, and I think we were almost like, there's different phases. As you progress, it gets like less stressful, basically. It's more about learning. And we're on an easy streak compared to what we were the first couple weeks, right? But he was just homesick, and he just, I guess he was depressed, and he just quit. Like, up until a certain point, you can still, you know, opt out, but once you sign that contract and complete your thing, you better cancel Christmas, because they're coming for you. You be AWOL. And then it's like everyone thinks, especially back in the day, it's like, you make so much money. You do not make a lot of money. Now, you have a lot of benefits, basically. Like, let's say when I was like 18, fresh in, I was only making like maybe $1,000 a month, but I didn't have to pay rent, utilities. Only bill I had at the time was my cell phone bill, so you know, it was just free. You know, basically easy money. But other than that, you don't get to pick where you live. You got a roommate. You have inspections. I've had some crazy roommates over the years. Let's queue for this alert, and can't steal that one. Ooh, big boy. Of course, it was coming right now. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Got it.
Keeping multiple timelines straight in my head is a challenge. But this war between the Amazons and the Atlanteans has Professor Zoom's
Another thing is how to assess a situation and know when to remove yourself and from people who are going to take you down a bad path. Because I've seen people hang around people and get themselves in trouble. Almost happened to me once. Almost happened to me once.
Doesn't that just end the standstill? Won't that flare up their war?
I don't care.
Oh, I know. My bad.
That's like that. It made me think of that one time I had somebody from the army at my old apartment, and we were playing like this is old, playing one of those Dragon Ball Z Budokai games. And he got frustrated and threw my remote across the floor. I was like that one meme. You need to leave. It's like, oh no, you got to go. Tear up your own stuff. Don't come over here tearing up stuff. Probably the gadget player. Well, let's see, sorcery also, healer sorcery. Let's get out of here. Oh, wrong way. Come on. Guess the healer saving them group shields for themselves. Or they might not be running any. I see that Fury. Maybe it's the DPS that's sorcery. What's the name? Doctor... Yeah, it's a DPS. Doctor Strange. I'll peek real quick. Doctor Strange is on top. What are they shaking their head for? What's going on? I mean, I don't know the other guys running. I mean, believe me, I use a pet build every day. It's pretty solid, but especially I know Sorcery is probably one of the best pet builds. Daenerys, Mercy, Trans, and Shard. Oh, that was not the right one. It's across the room. And thought we did have a healer. That went out the window. Stop it. Oh, you want to see his henchman? Oh, nobody left. He just switched roles. Oh, Ultra Landlet. Do I have those? I think I might somewhere. My inventory's cooked again. I need to go ahead and get out. Well, I'll do it after this. This is the last thing I have to do anyway. What was the other guy? Yuri? No. Come on. This guy's got a 120, a 80 basically. No, the last guy I looked at was Yuri. Yuri is the one who had the 80s, the 90, and the 120. Doctor Strange had probably like 160s and above, so he didn't have much competition in here. But he did all right. He did all right. All right, I gotta go salvage all this stuff. But I was trying to do a video a long time ago with my buddy's sorcery build because he had pretty solid AOE, but he had monstrous single target damage. But he hasn't played in a long time, so he said he doesn't remember it. So, and I doubt he's coming back anytime soon. Oh yeah, I know. But you gotta understand, when you're not going against another top player, you can look like a monster. But I'm telling you, well, let's not include Warrior, but you get a couple other power sets in here, they can do some crazy damage, especially Electric. Because if I was DPS, I don't know if the other DPS would have been that close to me. I don't know. I highly doubt it. And then, because I have still been on the fence about leveling up Quizlet on this character, because I wanted to see whether it's better to have Quizlet or Dead King. But the thing is, like, my thing has always been that Dead King still hasn't reached its potential because you can't use it with the elite lanterns. I mean, elite henchmen. So it's gonna be held back a bit, because, or excuse me, elite orbital. Because the damage gets increased, but the orbital assistance, all the procs that happen after for 30 seconds, that doesn't work with the Dead King Scepter and Elite orbitals. So I tried to bring it up a couple times, but I haven't really heard much about it. So I don't know, because I know, dang that, that'd be one of the first things I fixed. No, the orbital strike. So like, if I'll show you real quick before I come back over here. So when you use Dead King Scepter, right? Outside of increasing the damage of your orbital, it does additional little mini orbital strikes as you do attacks. And when you use the Elite orbital, it doesn't work. So let's say, right, that's why I have on this, I just have a regular one. I just have the Omega one. So if I do orbital, right, orbital strike does its damage, but as I attack, you'll get extra of those white beams for 30 seconds as you play. I mean, as you keep attacking, right? And they hit pretty decent. So that was so they're hitting for like what, like 200k? Every couple seconds you get an extra 200k. But that, okay, so but that doesn't work with the Elite orbital strike. Okay, it's done. So let's say that was probably a little bit over an extra mil. Let's say more than that. Let's say that extra ballpark 1.5 to 2 mil damage each time you're losing out on. Dang, okay, let's get back to the salvage thing. This thing's getting crazy. I didn't even, now that I think about it, I gotta go back to Frozen to get some stuff to sell on the broker. Because we are po. I'll just get rid of that. No. I already have Quizlet. I was going to switch it out for Grim just to see, because my biggest thing besides, you know, if you're using the Mercy thing where you can refresh it, you can keep your, what's it called, your Trinket Pet out, but sometimes I do get caught up in my rotation and my Trinket Pet pop drops off, so I was thinking if I had Grim out, I could have 3 pets the entire time. And then it'll get rid of that power reduction you get from having a pet out. So that was just a thought. Okay. Still got a couple lockers to go. Gotta be careful opening the boxes too fast, but sometimes it glitches out, and then you have to teleport somebody else. But yeah, like I was saying about that, even with that, I still think it'd be better. Because like even for the Mercy proc cooldown thing only works on the pet, not the henchman, right? Let me see. Reduces cooldown. Yeah, Trinket Pet. It only works with Trinket Pet the cooldown. And for, now Dead King, yeah, it's only the Trinket Pet. And then Dead King, but Dead King gives you a 10% reduction for your henchman and your Trinket Pet. Yeah, and see the part I was talking about, the bottom, for 30 seconds after calling an orbital strike, the assistance will happen more frequently. That part, that hasn't been working. I haven't tried in a while, but I'll see again later. Ooh, okay, that's gonna take a lot of space. See, the thing is like the elite. I tested it. The elite orbital strike hits as hard as a regular orbital strike with Dead King that gets that boost. So the elite plus the Dead King hits even harder, but you lose the orbital assistance for now until they see if we can get them to update it. That's got space. I know this is full. Oh, actually, no. Oh, yeah. This one just doesn't fit. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me put that in there while we have time. Yep, yep. Put that in there. Gots to go. Oh, that thing is all over the place. I got a bunch of these. Yep. Depends on which one you have. But yeah, the one I use does. The Athena Blade doesn't. That one's stationary. But it's the, what's the Subjugator? Or if I can find where I put it. Yeah, so this one follows the target. They all do little different things. This one burns. Also, where's the other one? That was a knockdown. This one, dazes. They all have a little different, some little quirks to them. I think I have them somewhere. I just have to look for it. Let's see. And let me just put this up here. I still got a couple boxes open and switch it out. I gotta go up here anyway to donate and check my rent, and then we get out of here. That was it? Oh, I probably did it earlier. Okay. Can you pay these bills? Oh, wrong place. Wrong place. Well, I can check my generator anyway while I'm here. It's good. Good to go. And now, try to go to my link hall real quick. Because I know there's... that's fine. I know there's 2 things that are about to expire. I think it's the Might and Precision, and then something else. Not happening. Washed. And we're going the wrong way. I gotta see if I have those pets in my bank. The henchmen. I know I've had plenty of them in passing. I don't know if I saved them. It's probably in my base thing. Okay, I've got 2 days before I run out of damage out. My precision, healing, and then I'll try to get back up with crowd resistance, but that's 100k right there. That's 100k. Ooh, I got 10 hours until critical healing runs out. That's 125k. That's why I've been trying to get these what's it called, prestige caps reduced, because if I'm struggling just to keep my stuff afloat, how I'm going to ever what's it called, what's on the other side, expand my league bank, even though I really don't need it, but I want it to have more storage. Because I think I'm only on like 2 rows at max on this league goal anyway. Or I have to give up using some of that stuff for a while. Because look at that. Nothing. On my old league, I had it expanded more, but... And I think it's like 25k. And then some of them are like 50k. So that's a lot. Alright. Got it. Oh, I gotta go to Frozen real quick before I forget. And that was not Frozen. See what happens when you try to do stuff fast? But I can look in this vendor real quick. See, my thing's on autopilot. It does what it wants to do. 57. And I want to buy these plants for my ults, but that's gotta wait. I gotta finish these, so I need 300 marks to finish that. That's nasty work. Hey, stop. Frozen. Lock in. Frozen. Yes.
Greetings to you, friend.
Yeah, they're on my electric character. I have those 2 on my electric character. He has a fortress base. Yep. It's a sunstone and then one of those sunstone spiders. Alright, so there's plenty of those. Let me try some of these. I'll do one of these. And then I'll do the rest of these. Okay. Sell. I need money. Because everything I want that's flashy is expensive. Was that Mysterio? And then I can't really sell anything from the current stuff because I'm working on finished up on my ults. So it is what it is. Always check price. Yuck. $7.50. That's a collection. 12 more rows for us. Well, wait a minute. Well, let me see. There's only a couple in there for 7. So what I'm gonna do is put it in there for a mil because I think those will sell. And at least get a mil out of that bad boy. 1.2. Let's be optimistic. And let's see about these. Oh, we got 9. How much are these going for? Still 800. I'm gonna give these people a bargain. Give them a bargain. I'm gonna put it on there for $7.50 each. So 6.75. Yep. See if that'll work. Might take a little bit to sell, but we'll find out. Let me see. Is that it? I don't think I have anything else. Well, actually, Matt, let me see if this. What's it called? How much did I sell for? 350. It's hard being broke. I know. I give back to community. That's called my good deed for the day. It's a good deed for the day. Let me send this to my Anaxuna Moon. Let me see. Ooh, 2. Gotta. Well, you can wait on those. Oh, those are trash. Trash. How dare you? Ooh, where'd you come from? Hiding up there. 100 experience. 81. What was that? Oh, that old content. That's what it was. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right, let's go. He finally got up to frozen level. We're trying to get him to Argo, but he's not too bad. He just needs some source marks, and then I'll be able to get him a little bit better gear. Not source marks, but marks from Frozen. Come on with it. Uh-oh. Come on. Don't. Give it a little bit, see how it plays out. But if this thing goes down, I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Ugh. Come here. It's too early for this. I've got 3 characters to go. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, thank the Matrix. Whew, that was a tough one. So I was about to throw that stuff in the air fryer. Throw those tater tots in there. Heat up that Jimmy Dean. All right. All right. The man, the myth, the legend, Osiris. So, collect those. These go to set. I need one of these. That's cool, chick. That's cool, man. Alright. I don't need those. I should delete that. So it is what it is. And I need that. Wait. Oh, that's because it was, that's right, my inventory is full when I was trying to do that earlier. Okay. Okay, we're good. Doo-doo-doo. Put this in my face piece. Oh. Over 4 levels to go. We out of here. We're out of here. Didn't do it 2 more freaking times. I like to torture myself, apparently.
Many of my fellow Atlanteans have fallen under Crib's control. I'd like your help.
I don't like, not too well, not too big on cheese sauces.
Might know him as Ocean Master.
Looks like my dad.
Crib's
Black
control.
Manta is
You
up to no
spotted
good
him
again.
in a nearby park to the southwest. Looking down.
Okay, there are a bunch of trench raging the lower city. Looks like they're coming in through big holes in the floors, so I need you to stop them.
Alright, where are we at on this one? Oh,
Greetings, friend. See any wares you wish to
15.
purchase?
Yuck. Alright. Well, at least I can buy one for now. While we're floating, let's go ahead and... Oh man, so when I was at my old job, I used to, if you want to call it meal prep, but I would like just cook and a big batch of spaghetti or something. And I remember one time, well, my ultimate spaghetti is a whole bunch of stuff that's just like when I was at like 15 or 16, my mom asked me what I wanted for my birthday. And I was like, you know what? I just want ultimate spaghetti. She's like, what's that? I was like, I want the ground beef, I want the meatballs, and I want the sausage in there. And then, of course, my mom used to put mushrooms, onions, olives, and green peppers in her spaghetti. So that, and then some Texas toast. So that's what I made for like a week. And then I was like, that was so good. The next week, I made some more. And I tell you, I started to feel like I started to develop like acid reflux. Bad time. I was like, yep, we're gonna take a break from this tomato sauce. It was delicious, but it had a payback. But now that I'm an ancient man,
The king sent you.
the red sauce tears me up. Doesn't stop me, but I still do stuff in moderation.
Atlant's name, you are just...
Oh, someone thinks they're funny. Be a ghost. Let's go. Speaking of Master Chief, isn't that Halo collection on PSN now? Or PS Store? Hey, man, listen. If your gal's gonna flare up, it's gonna flare up. Walking is overrated anyway. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My dad's old doctor, thought it was a medical miracle. He's like, you have terrible habits, but yet you're still your levels are still kind of decent. It's like, what's going on here? You should be in bad shape. Because my dad's, especially he wanted his conversion van back in the day, so I helped him get it. And that back seat, everything behind his seat, you can tell what he had every day for that a week. He just throws his bag behind him. I was like, Pops, you're not supposed to be eating this stuff. And his favorite sin was McDonald's, especially breakfast. He liked that hash browns and a coffee. Yeah. What happened? It's a Black Manta. Let me go see. There we go. No debuffs? I got you. Easy. Oh yeah. I'm just thankful that we didn't have DoorDash and stuff like that when the prices were lower. I definitely would have been in trouble. Imagine DoorDash when we still have like $1 menu. Be cleaning up. Old Taco Bell. Let's go see Ocean Master. Oh Lord. Incoming call. Ooh.
You took down the trench and sealed up those doors. Nice work.
Well done. On behalf of the people of Atlantis.
The threat of Ocean Master has been dealt with.
All right, cool. Couldn't have been
Nicely
easy.
done.
Definitely took care of business. Nice.
There are Kryptonian robots on the loose near the refinery. Destroy them and
There are
erase the
garlands
programming
doing
data
Crypt's
so we
bidding
can
at the main
understand their
quarry to
objectives.
the north. Destroy them. Collect the kryptonite they carry in their heads and deliver it.
Alright, party people. Just got an update from my sister. So my little cousin was in a car accident, and apparently her femur went through and broke her hip. She got hit hard. So pretty jacked up right now. But in my family's style, she's supposed to be getting assistance to do certain things, and apparently she was trying to go to the restroom by herself, and in the process, trying to close the door, she ended up falling down. So she's still in the hospital, but she's recovering. Stubborn people, very stubborn people, strong-willed, tough, but a headache. Can be a headache. Other than that, you know, another day, another dollar. What's going on? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. It's like been a roller coaster 2026. Her dad passed in the beginning of the year, and my mom passed. Now she's in a hospital. My dad's got something else going on. That's just life. It comes at you fast. Sometimes it comes at you fast. Because I had a coworker. I think it was his grandma passed away. And then while they were getting the funeral arrangements and stuff ready, his mom passed, like within a week. I know he was going through it. And then I had well, not to get all morbid, one of the guys I used to work with, he was a cool guy. He was driving down the highway following his wife or something. I know they were just driving separate cars and got in an accident and passed. And his wife had to watch all that chaos. That's crazy. Then I had another other buddy, my boy Bob. Bob was funny to work with. He was good at his job, but Bob was so high strung, and he just was like very easy to get irritable. But he was a decent guy. And he would always tell me about stories about his like nephew and his family situation that was driving him crazy. So, no, the wife had to watch him pass. So Bob, I think he got some money from his mom or something, and he was staying with his sister. Bob was like 50, and he had his knucklehead nephew who was just having problems. Like he just got married, just bought a house, and then just decided to quit his job, and then some other stuff was going on too. So I know his sister was helping him out, and then it's a lot of stuff. Anyway, long story short, Bob had a year left until he retired, and had all these plans and things. One day, coming to work, get the news, Bob's gone. Bob passed. He had I think he had a stroke, or a heart attack, either one, and then he was just gone, just like that. Just like that. And that's the crazy thing, is to be so close to the finish line and then just gone. Because 50's still pretty young. Still pretty young. Especially in modern days, 50's young. Not young, but you know, you don't think of people getting out of here that early. But a lot of things too is like, that stress can kill you. Stress can kill you. Oh man, I'm telling you. See, when I was at the warehouse in Maryland, supervising, the travel team had me dreading to go into work on Sunday because they were all off on Saturday, right? And that's when they did the dumbest stuff imaginable every weekend. I'm like, this has to be a prank because these people can't be like this for real, for real. This can't be this crazy. And I was like, don't let them stress you out, because I was working probably at that point. I was bad too, because I was like, we were short staffed. We lost our other supervisor. The manager got fired. The new one they hired, he only lasted 2 weeks before he put in a 2 weeks notice and quit. So they had to bring the other guy back. It was a whole lot of stuff going on, right? So I was working between 77 and 87 hours a week, and I was just like, raging, right? I'm trying to run back and forth, and these people aren't trying to work. Had a whole bunch of issues every day. So anyway, I was stressed, to say the least. But yeah, you can get worked up, because especially if you care, that's when you get the most stress, when you really care. If I didn't give a crap about the job or trying to make stuff work, I wouldn't have had a problem. But I try to keep things working for my crew so they could keep their job, because we were under contract. So everything about contracts being third party. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, they'll get another company in there real quick. Where we at? Going to Frozen? Yes. It's like, what do you mean? My guy got beat up on the way to the pre-shift meeting inside of the warehouse's fences, and then my other guys tried to help him out, and the guy who was attacking him pulled out a gun, and then they ran across the other side of the compound to get away. What do you mean? What do you mean one of my guys is talking to the female forklift driver and showing her some pictures and asks her if she wants to see more, and shows her everything. And I mean everything. Shit, I still remember that day like yesterday. Horace, I need to talk to you about one of your guys. Like, you're freaking lying. Nope. What do you mean one of your best guys is, started talking to the new female employee, and she starts talking to somebody else too, and they get in a fight in the middle of the warehouse over her, and now you've got to fire both of them. What do you mean? And it just kept going and going. What do you mean the travel team started messing around with the ladies of the night and ran out of money, so he gave her the keys to the van so she could borrow for a couple of days, and then she never came back? What do you mean that a director came to the warehouse, and on the first day meeting him, two of the travel team get into a fight in the parking lot. Guy gets slammed, busts his head open, has to go to the hospital, get stitches, and bleeds all over the rental car. Huh? What do you mean two guys in a hotel are charging everything to the room when we try to swap out hotels, and then they run up an $800 bill and we have to make them pay for it? What do you mean you're at a different hotel, and then there's during COVID and they have this young probably 16-year-old working at the hotel, and one of your guys is steadily trying to hit on her? What do you mean? It just kept going. What do you mean you come home from work, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up in the middle of the night, go downstairs to try to get a Gatorade from the little shop, and the lady's like, hey, I've been trying to call you. He's like, oh, one of your guys is upstairs unresponsive. What do you mean when you're going upstairs, the check on the guy, the ambulance is there, and you go in there, he wasn't on any drugs, he was just passed out drunk. And he must have been on something else too, but yeah. What do you mean is you're finally your day off and you're relaxing in your room and you're trying to watch like a G4 thing on some new game that's coming out, and you hear people arguing in the hallway and you ignore it because it doesn't sound that serious, but then you hear somebody come screaming down the hallway, help, help, and you walk outside your door like, damn it, let's go see what's going on, and then there's one of your guys holding a naked girl in the hallway. The room looks like a crime scene, but thankfully it wasn't blood. It was just her dyeing her hair. She just came up that day to visit him, and she was on taking some type of drug overdose inside of the shower. What do you mean? It just keeps going. I was like, yeah, it's time to get out of this place. It's just too much. It's just too much. What do you mean one of your guys is, you give one of your guys an assignment, and that's a pretty decent assignment, he gets excited, and he goes down there and he's working for about 15 minutes, you go on your lunch break, and you get called out, and he wasn't paying attention to what he was doing, and pinned himself between his pallet jack and the trailer, and broke his leg. What do you mean one of the forklift drivers is backing up, looks, but then doesn't keep looking, somebody walks behind them, and they get pinned between the forklift and another piece of equipment and breaks their hips? What do you mean one of your guys isn't paying attention, holding on to his jack wrong, and turns the corner, the jack seizes up and throws him into the rack and gives him a bad laceration on his legs, and then he never comes back, and then you end up having to pay, the company ends up having to pay for his medical bills? What do you mean? It just goes and goes and goes and goes. I was like, yeah. Oh, what do you mean you only live like 2 blocks away from your job, and you get home and you're about to take your boots off and relax, you get a call from the warehouse that one of your guys, literally probably 20 minutes later, has a malfunction on his forklift, and it's not going up, and then it releases and goes all the way up and rips a hole in top of the trailer, and it costs about $20,000 to $30,000 to replace. It just doesn't stop. And it's just funny. It's just fun times. It's like another time. What do you mean two of your guys are, one of your guys is young and probably like 21 and likes antagonizing one of the older guys, and he asks him not to put stuff in a certain place, and he just does it on purpose anyway, and they actually know they're pushing, shoving, kicking each other in the middle of the warehouse. It's like, well, why? What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. Oh, my favorite. What do you mean you're in the middle of shift? Your guys are standing on the side and they're talking to each other and they're not working. Next thing you know, they all walk out. Except for like 3 guys. That one was a big one. really deep over here today. I can't even hit anything.
I'll regroup with the rest.
I had this one guy, it was an African guy, cool guy for the most part. But we had he had payroll issue, right? And so he had the bright idea that he wanted to use a different bank, which is fine. But he does it, he switches his stuff, or tries to switch his stuff the day before payday. And he not only, that's one thing, he closes the original account he had for payroll, and he comes in payday, hey man, I didn't get paid, what's going on? Hooping and hollering, and my boss is trying to explain it to him, but yeah, that went left real quick. I was like, it takes about a week. Now I gotta call payroll. Payroll says, oh, we sent the funds, we gotta wait till it gets kicked back, because they're not gonna reissue funds just in case. So they have to wait till it gets sent back, and then they'll reissue to his new account. So of course, say, hey, you know, sorry it happened, but it's not our fault. You did that. And then another time was a guy hooping and hollering, because I had a bunch of payroll issues. One time I went on vacation, they hired, let's say like 27 to 30 people while I was gone, and in the rush of putting them in the system, they did it wrong. So when I came back from vacation, it's been about 2 weeks. And now I've got 27 to 30 people looking for me, asking, hey, are you Horace? Oh, yeah, I got a payroll with you. I open my door. There's a line of people standing outside the door. And I'm like, all right, you know, one at a time, and I'll try to take care of this for you. Yeah, I had to do like 30 payroll adjustments so they could get sure paid. One young lady had been working there 3 weeks and hadn't gotten paid yet. I'm like, this is terrible. And, you know, especially people don't play about their money. Because she's like, you know, I told people, you know, blah, 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 I was going to get paid today. I've been borrowing money. I said, I understand. You don't have any petty cash? We do not have cash here. No, we do not. Oh, man. There was a... Yeah, I know one of the supervisors before I took over, he had his buddy that worked there with him. And he was famously, once he got caught, he was clocking his buddy in for days he wasn't working. And then we had supervisors. The last guy, manager, he was messing with the lead, who he promoted to supervisor. He had her brother on payroll, and his brother never even stepped a foot in the building. Ever. Just collecting a check. Then I had to catch one of my clerks. He was pretty slick. He thing about it is that though I have the DTA policy, don't trust anybody. So I would double check people's hours and punches and things like that. And then I'm like, I looked at one day where how he got caught was he had clocked himself out at 3 o'clock. But I'm the last person to leave out of my shift. And I don't ever stay there until 3 o'clock, especially on a weekday. And so I was like, how is he clocking out after me when he leaves before me? And that was like an hour after I left. So I just waited, checked it again. He did it again. And that was it for him. That was it. Caught him. So what the thing was like what he would do was he wouldn't stay till 3 o'clock. He would go in the computer system, change the time on the computer, punch out, which would allow it to clock for that time in the system, and then he would change the time back. It's pretty slick. And the thing was, he didn't have access to that. What happened was he was supposed to have like a different level of access, but because of IT was taking forever to get his stuff straightened out, he was using the manager's login. And so, bam. Oh, believe me, I was just like, I I just pulled him. I printed out all the stuff, pulled him in the office, and let him know, I got you. I got you. So look, I brought him to the manager. Said, look, highlight it, because that's not another thing too. Because I had to listen. I fired a lot of people. My old warehouse, I probably was fired. I used to collect the none. I used to collect the badges of people I fired. I used to have a thick stack. I remember one time I was doing a pre-shift meeting. I was like, listen, you don't want to think this is sweet. You think I'm playing around? I just threw them up in the air. These are all the people who thought I was playing around. It was like 70 badges. It's like, don't play with me. It's like, I will get you out here in a heartbeat. Because there was one young lady when I was just a lead. She was on my team. That was a big part too. She was, especially in like a male-driven environment, a lot of times it's like people act like they've been in jail or something. Like they had anything that's decent looking is amazing looking, basically. So she had guys doing her work for her, and then she was just always talking and flirting and stuff. And like she had an assignment, remember, that was supposed to be maybe 4 or 5 minutes. It's only like 5 pieces of 5 boxes basically, right? To go pick up throughout the warehouse. It was only supposed to be 5 minutes, if that. And she was on that thing for an hour and some change. I'm like, look, I can explain to the partner being slow. Let's say if you take an assignment that's supposed to be 30 minutes and you're new, you're probably going to do it in about an hour or so, right? If you're brand new, right? Just getting the feel for the warehouse or just learning the stuff. And they know that, right? But taking 2 to 3 hours on an assignment, nah, I can't explain that. Now, I literally watched a guy with a trainer, mind you, stay in the aisle, go back and forth. The trainer tries to give him an adjustment. He tries to listen and just goes back doing his own thing. He was out there for 2, maybe 3 hours. And it's like, yeah, this is going to be his last assignment. Then I had a guy, I was training. And I was like, listen, we're going to try to finish this assignment right before the lunch break so you can go and start fresh on the next one, right? We finish the assignment. We go, come back from lunch. I'm looking for the guy. I can't find him. And when I say I went everywhere, I went pretty much everywhere you could access in that building without a key card. I couldn't find the guy. So I went to the next building, went through there, asked people. So I haven't seen him. I was like, okay. So I go back, find my other trainees, start training them. And about 8 o'clock at night, because we started around 2, let me go make sure this guy gets clocked out, right? I go to the office. So, oh, such just clocked out. I'm like, what? Yeah, he just came and clocked out a little while ago. I'm like, this man has not worked in like 5 hours. He took a break. He broke all the way. He never showed back up again. But I made sure I adjusted his time to the last time he worked. Yeah, I've had people get mad. Like I had my lead who was a decent guy for the most part, but he had his ways about him. Matter of fact, not only call him a decent guy. He tried to help out people sometimes, but sometimes he did stuff the wrong way to try to help people out. Let's say that. So one of the young guys, he wasn't that young. He was like 20 something. He didn't have an ID, right? But he knew him from around the neighborhood, and so he wanted to help him out. So he helped pay for him to get his ID. Took him up there to get his ID, right? Got the job. The dude quit within, I want to say, 2 weeks. And then I had another lead, software. She's a nice person. One of the guys, I think, coming for the interview, I think she might have known somebody who knew him or whatever. He's like, oh, I can't work here. But she's like, she even offered. She lived like a block away from this guy. She's like, I was like, and even I was like, look, to help you out, I'll put you on the same schedule as her, the same days, so you guys could ride together. And he still didn't take it. He still didn't want to take the job. I was like, look, I'm not gonna beg anybody to work. I'm giving you the opportunity, and she's even being gracious enough to offer you a ride to work. And you still don't want to take the job. You don't want to work. As far as, I mean, I have gone off on somebody in the warehouse before. it was one of the guys who trained me. Well, I think, yeah, one of the guys helped train me. He was a trainer when I first got there, and then eventually I surpassed him, and then became the lead, and then the supervisor. So he always had a kind of a chip on his shoulder about that, which I get. But you did it to yourself. But anyway, so yeah, he would act up every once in a while. One day, you know, was always trying to undermine me, and then we just got into it. I was like, yeah, oh wow, I'll let him have it. But then too, was like one of his buddies, like, man, don't ever talk to him like that again. I was like, look, don't tell him not to come at me. But it's like, you guys are wrong, sure. But then people try to make scenes, and then like they'll be telling people stuff, and then getting in their heads, and now people think, oh, I heard this and I heard that, and now we're not going to get paid. I'm like, don't listen to these people. That's like, well, I had a problem when I first got out here. Is some of the guys that were here before me, whenever we got a new guy, a lot of times they would be telling them in Spanish that you're not going to make money here, it's not a good place, blah, 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 this, that, and other, and scare guys off because they didn't want the competition. Because basically, we didn't get paid by hour, we got paid by the truck, basically production. So the more people you have to share with, the less you're going to make. At the same time, it's like, if we don't have enough people to finish on time, we're going to get in trouble, and they're going to start looking for another company. So a lot of people, like I said, they only think about themselves and they can't see the big picture. I was like, listen, we're supposed to get out here every day by such and such time, and we're late because we're short on people. And we're having trouble keeping people because you guys are scaring them all. Or, what I found out later is my lead, because when I first got out here, I was working 60 hours a week. And he was helping out doing giving out some of the assignments, and then I was learning and stuff, but found out later he was giving out the better stuff to his boys. And so once I took over, you know, I cut a lot of that down pretty much, but then once I started leaving early, I started getting calls from my guys complaining. It's like, listen, I haven't had it's all this space out here, I haven't had a truck in an hour, blah, blah, blah. And these guys, I looked in the system, one guy had made more off of 3 assignments, and then another guy did the entire day. And that's just because he got the better stuff. Like the top tier stuff, he got. Like, I found out, like, sometimes what guys would do, there was a lot of sneaky guys. I would get to work at like 2:50, and we didn't start till like 3 something, right? So some guys would be in there earlier than that, and the clerks would give out assignments because the trucks were coming a little earlier, and we weren't even supposed to be working, but they would have the assignments already, and they were the high-paying assignments. So a guy came in, did 2 trucks already made $100, and then is going to start the same time as the regular people. Well, I say this. I've seen a lot of different things from a lot of different people. I think that if it's in you, it's in you. And a lot of times, too, if it's a part of the culture, as in the culture of the job, as in if people are getting away with stuff, eventually it's going to start to spread, and people are going to say, listen, why am I doing stuff the right way when everybody else is getting rewarded for doing it the wrong way? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're doing stuff by the book, a lot of times with good workers, what happens is you end up just getting more work. Especially if you're hourly. If you're hourly, you're doing your job, and like, what will happen is end of the shift, okay, what happened was, one day we looked it up. One guy on our shift who was getting paid the same as us, we had knocked out, let's say, 18 assignments that day, right? He only did 6 and got paid the same as us. We did 3 times the work as he did, and we got paid the same. So that's when you're going to start having problems, start having issues with people. So I'm in here busting my ass, and this guy's bullshitting and getting paid the same as me. We're going to have some problems. That's why a lot of times it was better when we went back to production-based pay. So if you're actually doing the work, you know, you're getting paid for it. And then the guys who are at the bottom and aren't really working, if you're If you're okay making bare minimum, a minimum wage, that's on you. A lot of times, too, people were even going below that. So that's when I was out there getting rid of people left and right. I was like, listen, if you want to make... So basically, based off of their production, we were paying them a minimum, let's say $13 an hour back then. And then, but their production was like $10 an hour. So we're losing $3 every hour they work. I said, no, we can't do that. You got to either get them straight or get them out of here. That's like some of these DPS in the game. You're out here going through your rotation, working hard. They're just in the raid, getting the same reward. I was like, nah, you gotta go. So what do you mean you did less damage than the healer? And I'm talking about a regular healer. No battle heal, none of that. Just a regular healer, no DPS gear, no DPS arts, just regular healer. Finish the raid with 70 mil. Because even when I do alerts, I can always, like, at least lovely people right here just standing around collecting the rewards. So that even if I can just get a feel for it, it's like, man, this just feels like it's taking a while. And I look at that scoreboard, it's like, oh no, but my healers are top damage. We're in trouble. I'm gonna have to work today. But then sometimes, like, I should just switch to DPS, but then again, it's like, sometimes that group still needs heal. So just tough it out. I'm on the other side. Oh, this is the last part anyway. Because I remember when I was in the Army, I got a lot of... especially my early career, I got a lot of awards and stuff, and then I had people hating on me because I had guys in my section who messed up, and then they were like two ranks higher than me, and then I caught them, and then I passed them up, and of course the day I got promoted over them, they were salty. But I remember when I met this one guy in I gotta get Vice in Korea. His name was a Mexican guy. His name was Geronimo Salinas. I thought I worked hard until I met that guy. That guy did not mess around. He was all about it. Very serious. But it's a cool guy. I see him on Facebook from every time to time. And two, Geronimo, that dude was at least only like 5'3" on a good day. But heart of a lion. Work ethic. I'm telling you. So I had places where I would go work, and then I had, I remember I was working part-time at, what was it, Sears? In the back of doing merchandise pickup, unloading trucks and stuff. And I'm just working, I thought I was just like going at a good pace, and then I'm getting told by the workers, hey man, slow down. We can stretch this all day. I was like, look, I'm trying to get off this truck, it's hot. And you know, then the problem is too, you gotta watch, especially when you're a supervisor, you gotta watch how much you praise people. Cause like I'm just trying to do a good job, right? And then the boss is giving me all this praise and stuff. It's like, man, we wish you had more guys like you, blah blah blah. And now that starts turning your co-workers against you. I was like, look, man, I just came in here to do X, Y, and Z. I ain't know. Man, they start. That's when that descent amongst the ranks starts. Oh, okay. Or I had guys who were like, Horace, why you always picking on me? It's like, am I picking on you? Or am I constantly catching you doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing? That's the thing. So I know one place that doesn't like anywhere production, they don't mess around, like the Amazon stuff like that or warehouses. Like if you're on an assignment, they can track you to the last time you picked up a case and scanned it or whatever. It's like your guy hasn't scanned anything in 20 minutes. What's going on? Or if they really slack, oh, your guy has been on this assignment. It's not done. It's been 3 hours. 3 hours. Now that means that's the fault of the person and the person who's supposed to be checking on the people. Okay. I guess I can pick you up. Go ahead, Star. Oh yeah, that's how it goes. Working hard or hardly working. I'm just here so I won't get fired. Prey lion is trapped in Sorrowfield.
That must have been
Oh, this must be on the blue
Mice is
side.
no pushover. If he gets loose and rages again,
Is it? Nope. That seems like a mission from the other place. Let me see, location. No, that's old. That's old too. Oh, that's from more from old now. Never mind. Burnt out. Alright. Let's get to see some stuff for the sale. Ba-ba-bum. I need money.
Greetings to you, friend.
What were these selling for?
I hope
I'll try these. 2 of these. Because I remember we had one of the guy, the manager I was talking about earlier, who worked 2 weeks and then put in his 2 weeks notice. He was an older guy, probably about 50 something, very distinguished, clean cut guy, very nice. He's also in the I think he was in school again. He was working on another master's. The guy was real smart. Remember we had a payroll issue, and the dude came in the office, and actually one of the guys who trained me, little guy named Dwight. He came in there huffing and puffing. And then he started getting real belligerent. Y'all gonna give me my effing money, blah, blah, blah. He's like, next thing you know, old man raised about that chair. I was like, listen, calm down. Calm down. He's like, who are you talking to? I was like, oh, Lord. So I think part of him knew, he said, let me get away from these people before I get myself in trouble. Because they'll drag you. I'm telling you, you let people drag you there, they'll take you. Let me see. 1.4. think I could do better than that. But we're just gonna sell it anyway. I was like, don't let people get you out of character. Like I said, don't. The saying goes, don't argue with stupid people, because they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. And then another one is, don't argue with crazy people, because from a distance you can't tell who's crazy, because you both look wild. Oh man, one of my guys, Brandon was fresh out. He was getting a second chance, and one guy he was pretty okay with from the other company. He asked him to use his equipment because it's a little bit better, and the guy said it's fine because he's going to be doing something different. Well, I guess something happened and he wanted to switch back, and Brandon was like, fine, we'll switch back, right? And then he started working, and the guy comes back again and said, no, give me my jack back. He wants to switch for the third time, basically. Yeah. And Brandon's like, no, I'm already in the middle of assignment. They said, no. They said, no, give me my stuff back, blah, blah, blah. And then Brandon, like on the jack, he had his stuff in like a little cubby box. Guy takes his stuff, throws it across the warehouse. Well, Brandon didn't take too kindly to that and proceeded to hand him an ass whooping. Guys, you had to watch it on camera too. It's always bad watching it on camera. Hey, Corwitz, come watch this. So he hits him with a 2-piece and a biscuit. Guy backs up, tries to drive off on the jack. Brandon runs, because Brandon's only like 5'4", mind you. He runs and jumps and punches the guy in the face again. And then the guy runs upstairs to the office and goes tells on him. Oh yeah, I had that all the time, because especially when we traveled around in different places, I would tell the guys, you gotta watch these guys, because basically we're here to help, but they don't see us as help. They see us people trying to take their jobs, basically. And so they'll try to trigger you. They'll do everything they can, and they know where the cameras are, and they'll get you riled up, and then you're the one that looks crazy, because I had seen it happen too many times. Man, that guy did such and such, and blah, blah, blah. Like, all they saw was you going off. And now they want you out the warehouse. This is their home court advantage. They'll get a slap on the wrist, and you'll get kicked out of the project. Happened all the time. I'm like, I had a dude. It's like, man, because what happened was, it was an assignment. It was a loader, and he was mad because somebody, what's it called? Somebody didn't do a good job of stacking something, and so the guy was coming over to try to help, because it wasn't even his assignment. And the guy's going off, and then he kicks some stuff out the way, and he's cursing. And the guy, didn't go calmly for that. He said, oh, what's going on over here? And they go back and forth, and then, he'll get you all huffy and puffy, and then he'll go tell on you. And that's what happened. And you need to get these guys out of here, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. I was like, but buddy, look at you. Look how, do you think that little guy really wanted to fight you? He's like 5'6", you were like 6'4". He did not want to fight you. He just wanted to make a scene. And now look at you. Not saying 5'6" can't do something with 6'4", but more often than not, weight classes matter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, got him out of there. I think that happened at least with him, like 2 of my guys. I'm like, listen, we gotta start seeing patterns here, because this guy's getting a lot of people into a lot of people. Eventually, he ended up he didn't get fired. He did get suspended for a couple days. But yeah, or he did get at least 2 people kicked off the project. And then I had guys from the travel team, what I call cupcaking. Like every time I turn around, the guy's outside checking his phone, checking on his girl. I said, buddy, if you have to call her every 5 minutes, that's not really your girl. She's for everybody. You need to go ahead and let that go, because you can't be taking all these breaks. I think you just broke the game on your end. You just broke it. Too powerful. I work somewhere where a guy literally the rehabilitated one was Brandon. Yeah, because I remember we had that talk. Because Brandon was he was like 5'4", but he's like one of the top guys that I had at the time. And on top of that, he's like, man, I like this because of my workout. He would come in to work to go select wearing a weighted vest. I was like, this guy is out of his mind. But he ain't messing around. He was a monster. It was him and his cousin. They were really good. But yeah, I remember talking to him in the office. You think I can keep my job? I said, buddy, I just had to watch you punch a man in the face on camera in front of the big boss. It's over, player. It's over. And the best scammer of them all, one of the guys we absorbed from another third party, we beat for the contract. He was pretty decent for a little bit, wasn't bad, but then he started progressing over time, and so I just thought it was something naturally he was getting better, right? But then my top two guys, he started closing in on them. I thought, okay, he's getting some competition. So I used to have incentives and things I would do to motivate my guys. So like sometimes because I will have like a smooth day, so I will hop on the system myself and run some assignments, and then end of the week or so, I give the production to whoever was top that week. So just give them extra money, right? So, and then I had another incentive where we were contracted to do a certain amount of cases. And so I said, okay, if you can hit 2,000 cases, you can go home, right? So my top guys could probably do that. Like me, I wasn't one of the fastest, but I was decent. I could do probably that in about 8 hours, right? 8 hours, a little under, right? So my top guys could probably do it in about 6, depending on the day. And then I really started feeding them like bigger assignments so they do get more cases faster. And so bam, they started making good money. They started going home early. They're living life. So other people are trying to get up to that level so they can go home too, right? But this one guy starts catching up. So I was like, okay, whatever's natural. But then, started getting little whispers about how his assignments are never quite the volume they should be, because like when you have a certain amount of cases, the look of it. And so one day he's working on the other warehouse, and then he has a big order, but it's nowhere near how big it's supposed to be. And so he tries to cover himself and tells my lead that he made a mistake, this, that, and other. So we had to go back and get those cases, right? So now my antenna's up, and of course my top guy's like, I ain't want to say nothing, but I've been seeing his stuff, and there's no way he is beating us, this, that, and other. So I go one day, we're watching him, and we get one of his orders, and I go through. This dude was missing like 130 items off his order, and I went and picked every single thing because it was there, and he said it wasn't there. So when you say it's not there, it skips it. So he was just BSing his way through, and then that was it for him. I was like, did it to yourself. I mean, he could have done probably some good honest work, but no, he wanted to try to scam the system. And then we had people once, like I had like a certain parameter where I could give assignments to not mess anything up in the warehouse, because like there's different trucks and different orders go out at different times. So I could stay within that window and be fine, but people will try to hook people up and go past it. So now you're doing an order at 11 o'clock that's supposed to be done at 4, and now it's just sitting on the dock for 4 hours, right? And that's causing a whole bunch of confusion. Stuff's getting sent to the wrong stores. Stuff's getting mistagged. Just causing a lot of chaos. So we had that going, and then we had people giving out all types of wrong stuff. So given the opportunity, if you don't watch people, you can have a lot of problems. that's like in here. You think you don't watch people doing during raids and see what they're doing, checking their numbers. Then they start to think they're good. It's like, oh, I beat that. I beat Elite Plus. But you look at that scoreboard, nobody. You just got carried. You did nothing.
Atlantean scouts spotted Atrocitus entering this facility. He's still doing Crypt's dirty work and has something to do with red kryptonite. Don't worry about me. Crypto's on the case. Just follow him and his trusty nose. Go find Atrocitus, boy. You got this. Wow. Do these things come in any size?
Let's see. Let's get out some of these ghosts and these henchmen to help out. This is taking a minute. I guarantee. I think this, the dude, that's what that is, the 517. I was thinking maybe he had, what's it called? Ebon? I'm not sure. But a lot of times too, it's like my POT is a lot lower until my brain the Hecate is fully charged. Oh, my stuff's sold already. Look at that. Let's go ahead and do this exobyte steal. I think I have enough to do my 100% attack. My 10k. He won't always kill at 50, 100%. Let's get out of here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See? I'm right behind the top DPS. And the other one is like 29 behind.
You know the drill. Find the way through.
Take my light soda. Wait. Easy. There we go. You can tell who's power dependent. Their power pools are empty real quick. Which way are we going, boss? Oh yeah, it took me a little bit earlier. It should be popping though, especially on a Tuesday. Hey, imagine if those weekly, daily trouble alerts were root. That'd be terrible trying to get done. Oh, you said the forums? Yeah, because I looked on Discord real quick and I saw people already talking about it. So I was like, okay, I knew it wasn't just... It's like one of those days, if you get on, stay on. If you can. Which way are we going? I knew it. Actually, I might switch my Lex stuff over to my single target build because I have my Startle stuff on my AoE. It's just because I like it, the style anyway, and just put something different in my troll. I'm a ghost. This is about 45%. Got him, coach. I'll hit this one. Red Mr. Doom. Nice debuff. I'm really thinking about leveling up the Philosopher's Stone just for, to test out something, but it's one of those things on the back burner. So I know eventually the new artifact's going to come, and I probably want to want it, and then I don't want to have to waste resources. Ooh, that was an awesome shot. I need to put this back on this controller too. Put on my stealth, invisibility loadout. Appreciate it. Oh, man down. Man down. There you go. Ambush. It's not a bad fit. Not bad at all. I don't know what material that is. Oh yeah, he pulled off on that boss fight. But the dude, you got some work to do, buddy. You got some work to do. Let me see what artifacts I'm rocking with. Ooh. Why? Has a DPS? Why? Ooh, 19. Okay, never mind. He's just new. He's new. He's new. Interesting. My and precision. Bold choice. Alright. Let's go get this money. Cool. Alright, on to the next. Oh wait, I need that. Let me get that. Oh, I can sell these too. Why did I put these in there? I don't know. I'm burnt out. Okay. Let's put these in here for about the same 1.4. Yeah, okay. And put this into the face mask. Oh, I have to wait for that. Ooh. Did they have the boss fight? Probably. 2 minutes in.
Of the sea, destroy these assassins.
Oh, they're getting the ones already outside. Maybe they came in late. No, they were in here. They just didn't die. Probably just got locked out. No more superheroes. Oh no, the troll's in the top damage. Maybe they're doing battle troll or something. Inspect. Nope, that's straight up troll. Yeah. Well, what do we have here? What's this Vite Dom build? Yep. Oh, I'm nosy. Nosy. Good stuff.
Go ahead, finish catch up once I'm sure that tell us how Mira crossed Queen Diana's shield.
See if this group's fighting ads or what. Nope. Oh, it was probably that one guy that was locked out. He probably fought all those ads. Is a tank here? What are we doing? Can the brother get a pull? Oh, is this the two-man? Uh-oh. I like that that gear, that chest piece. I have it on. I used to wear. Well, I do wear it on this guy's other set. Look who finally showed up. You got a shield. It's always one who doesn't go gets the thing, and we're just steadily taking damage. Spamming it. That's all she wrote for this guy. Well, I caught the other guys. He was just too far ahead, but I would have caught him. Alright. Let's look at this inventory. Not too shabby. Salvage this stuff, donate, and then we are good to go. Alright. To the House of Legends. I got 2 trolls. Manja, let's go. Ah, always on One Piece. Always on One Piece. Red. Okay, this is still Cyrus. It stays here. This stays here. That can be mailed to not to move. Alright. Looks good to me. Oh yeah, on here. Ooh, just need one more. It'll be 36. And I need 11 more of those. Ugh. Wait, did I buy extra when I was out there? I think I might have bought one before I finished the missions. Yep, I can go buy another one. I'm telling you, you try and do too much on reset day. Scatterbrain, I'm all over the place. I need my Ginkoba. Actually, I need some breakfast. It's almost noon. It's 11:15. All right, these are the last two I can buy from here, and then yeah, I'll buy these because I can't even do anything else until next week. So I'll just go ahead and put that experience in. Skadoosh. Now we are 36. 4 levels to go. Sipata Sarate, as Puda saying. We'll say. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys stopping by. I will continue this in a bit after I go eat breakfast. And Reset Day Part 3 will continue. If we can log back in. That's the big thing. So, I'll see you guys later. That's the wrong button. Same. Be safe out there.